I prefer the theory that we're not in our bodies at all. I don't think consciousness is in the brain. The brain receives consciousness. Consciousness is probably a non-local function of the space-time continuum. And every individual brain is an individual receiver, just like the world is full of television signals, and each television set is a receiver. The delusion that you are in your body is primitive, savage, kind of taking the data of perception at face value, similar to the delusion that Johnny Carson is inside your television set. Johnny Carson is not in your television set. Johnny Carson is in Hollywood. Your television set just receives Johnny Carson's signals. And consciousness is not in the brain. The brain just receives signals from the vast, undifferentiated ocean of consciousness that makes up the space-time continuum. That's the way I prefer to explain out-of-body experiences. Those of you who are interested in that line of thought will recognize this is the philosophy of the Upanishads and the Buddhist scriptures. It's also the philosophy of David Bohm, one of the leading quantum physicists alive today, as explained in his book Wholeness and the Implicate Order. It's also the attitude of George, I almost got him mixed up with Bush, Edwin Harris Walker, not George Herbert Walker Bush, but Edwin Harris Walker, a leading American physicist, in a booklet called The Complete Quantum Anthropologist. He explains consciousness as a non-local function of the whole space-time continuum. And Schrödinger, practically the main inventor of quantum mechanics, had the same attitude. The sum total of all minds is one, Schrödinger said. All we know is what registers on our brains. Everything else is inference. I'm inferring all the time that from what registers on my brain, I guess what's going on in the room I'm in. I'm inferring more or less correctly most of the time because I very seldom bang my leg on a low stool. I hardly ever fall over the couch. Well, except when I've got a bottle of Irish whiskey in the house. But everything we think we know about the external world is a function of how well our brain is operating and how many circuits of our brain are operating. If we're stuck within the particular put-on of the culture we were raised in, one particular reality tunnel, we screen out a lot of signals we could otherwise be receiving. If we learn to adjust our brains to different frequencies, we pick up more and more signals. We build a bigger and bigger reality tunnel or a reality labyrinth with multiple choices, instead of just a dead-end reality tunnel.